most times you will be terrified when you actually understand the perspective that the westernized world holds in relation to colored people, which has actually been backed up with history, with evidence, with present day statistics. Once upon a time, and as much as I don't like to date this back, but it is very important to understand the cause of the situation as to why colored people are not treated with any respect. There was a constitutional law that stated that the entire colored community represented 3/5 of a human being as far as the Constitution was concerned. So if you look at that, the and this is a real constitution. You can do your research yourself, and a whole collective was considered 3/5 of a human. That's actually very interesting, because I don't think there has been, in order to resolve a situation, you need to identify the problem, and the problem needs to be either resolved, eradicated, or there needs to be an effective way to move on. Not out of all those 3 lists that I've mentioned, not one of them has been proposed. And because of this, you will find that the doctrine that has actually established the foundation of the Western society has been indoctrinated into millions of people who have revolved a rebellion against colored people for some odd reason. And till this day, I still don't understand how they don't have a problem with a pigeon flying across a tree, but they have a problem with a black person going on a walk. That only tells me that there must be some sort of fear that they hold towards the black person due to their treatment, or should I say their mistreatments of how the masses have been alienated and dehumanized as far as the people are concerned. This is my issue with the westernized world, how somehow they make themselves, they make negativity look so cool and casual. They actually get a thrill, like they actually get an adrenaline run from dehumanizing a particular group of people. What does that tell you about someone? Like, not even taking into account any sort of biological or psychological breakdown, but what does that tell you about someone who actually thinks it is cool, is actually fancy, and actually cannot wait the moment they wake up to practice a racist doctrine that should have been abolished on the start, and still carry it into this day? Can you? That person is that's less of a colored issue, and I would say that is more of an issue with the people who created that perception. I'm going to tell you straight from my perspective, because I want to help a lot of people out when it comes to this. I don't care, and I personally do not take into account the twisted, sick, psychopathic maneuvers that the westernized world convinces me that taking millions of colored people and against their will and holding them to brutal conditions is something that should be fancy. It's just simple as that. I personally will tell you that from my perspective, because perhaps, like I told you, to them it's cool. To me, it's twisted. And it is only until you actually you suggest to them that that is a twisted way of living, that perhaps you'll find that the more you as a colored person begin to express your opinion, and that the more you as a colored person begin to bring about a level of respect for the experience that I would say colored people as a collective have to go through, that eventually you will grow to realize that this does not have to be the way of living, because it is not a way of life. It is a dehumanization. It is a complete corrupt, chaotic system that has not worked. And you know it's not working because despite their efforts, and I always think about this, they tried everything to tell you that black people are uneducated and unwilling to be civil under the law or held under the law. Yet we still find ourselves with black presidents. We still find ourselves, although a small percentage, with black doctors, with black qualified professionals who are working endlessly to break from that stereotype, from that lie, from that false image, and from everything that the westernized world has ever attempted to teach us, as far as we are concerned about ourselves. You will find the level of complacency that you will face into understanding that actually the suggestions they have made have been nothing more than their inability to actually comprehend how it is that despite all of the circumstances and the odds that have been placed against colored people, that colored people are still capable of achieving great things for their communities. And I feel that whenever you don't bring forth any sort of consideration for filth and crap, and that is all it really is, you will understand that eventually these people will just be left to clean up their own mess, because many colored people, I think, will begin to recognize that the image that somebody has of them is not it does not have to be the image that they have of themselves. And I think once you start to get colored people to perhaps even define themselves on appropriate terms, there will be more room and perhaps even better consideration to bring about change, to bring about a sense of meaning or purpose. And this is the only way that you will effectively grow to understand that the problem can be solved just by acknowledging that the experience that is faced amongst the masses is it is one that I would say the colored people as a collective can relate to. And deep down inside, I'm going to tell you this right now: the only way that the dehumanization can ever play a role in your life is if you let it. If you do not let them get into you, about you, and you just understand that in reality they haven't even lived in your life, and in reality they have nothing better to do, right? That's a very sad life, and I've got to be real with you. That is a unlived life. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, out of all the life you had on earth, you were still spending the last remaining times of your life dehumanizing someone else. Wow, good for you. I'm sure you must be a popular kid at school.